Welcome back to What the Flicks, where you come for all your film and TV show needs. I'm Harrison.
And I'm Gabi.
If y'all not following us on social media, please follow us on all the links in the description box below. We're on Instagram, pretty much just Instagram.
I mean, we have a TikTok, and
we have a TikTok
like,
too.
while it's still there.
And even while it's here, but
we have an Instagram. We have we have Instagram.
Yeah, we have Instagram.
Instagram has been pretty reliable, so we have Instagram.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, Instagram, and of course, if y'all are watching this, please like and subscribe on YouTube, and leave a comment down below. Tell us what y'all think, man. We work hard on these episodes. We love to hear from y'all. But today, like I always say, we got a good one for y'all. Hit them with it, Gabi.
Okay, so today we've done this type of video before, but I feel like I led y'all in the wrong direction. So I was because I think I kind of got a little bit of the stuff just a little bit wrong. I kind of mixed up tropes and cliches just a little bit, and I just want to make sure that we're always giving y'all the correct information. And so I just want to make sure that we on the same page. So
yeah. And plus, if y'all are new here, good way to know what we're talking about now.
Especially because that video is on Spotify.
Yeah.
It's not even on YouTube. So we're going to do another video on movie tropes. So to start off, we're going to talk about the difference between tropes and cliches. Okay, so cliches are defined as negative feelings of familiarity, right? Okay, and tropes are officially defined as a common or overused theme or device, but it's basically like the framework of the story. Okay, so now that we have that,
easy enough.
Now that we have that, we're going to move forward and we're going to talk about movie tropes. And we're also going to talk about character tropes. Those are the two things we're going to talk about. And they're pretty similar. And really, there's just like a small difference between the two. I would say movie tropes are more used as like a plot device, whereas like character tropes are like more like a character. Yeah, they're more like a character archetype. And that's really all we're going to talk about today. We're really going to just give you a bunch of character tropes, really talk about like the different types of where you often see them, different examples of them. And, if you guys have any questions or any examples, leave them in the comments below. So the first one is one that I would say one of the most common, the chosen one.
Yep. Always. If there's a superhero movie or a coming of age story, chosen one.
Harry Potter.
Yep.
Anakin Skywalker.
Yep.
Neo from the Matrix.
Yep. Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon.
It's super common. It's a very, very, very common storyline. Like that is going to be very, very, very one. Now that is a character trope.
Yeah. Just to remind y'all, character trope versus movie trope. Yes. Character trope specifically for the character.
Yep.
Movie trope is based off of the plot of the movie.
There we go. And our next one is the reluctant hero. Now, an example of that would be Harry Potter. That's the person who doesn't really who's always just so sad about being the hero. Oh my gosh. Always got to complain.
He said, I didn't want this.
Exactly. But always has like just the saddest story of the hero. So like think about like Harry Potter. He's well, spoiler alert if you've never seen Harry Potter. He's got like, everybody's dead or everybody's always dying or something like that in their family or something like their hero story is so very sad that they are just really sad about being the hero. Katniss Everdeen would also be a reluctant hero.
I was about to say
Yeah.
that. Yep. Katniss.
Like their story is
Katniss been through
always
some
so
stuff,
damn
bro.
sad that you can
Mm-hmm.
understand why they would be reluctant to be the hero. It's like they were thrust into this story and they're just why would they want to be the hero?
Exactly.
It's the difference between like being that superhero and then being like just this ordinary person that was just thrust into this like fantastical or just Katniss where she was like thrown into like a war torn like area or like like she was thrown into like being like the head of the war, you know what I'm saying? Like she had to be
Yeah.
that.
Yep. Like we said, pretty much the chosen one, even though she didn't want to be one.
And what would that be? What would that be?
The reluctant the reluctant one. I call it the reluctant one, but yeah.
The character trope is what I was asking. It would be a character trope.
Oh, character trope. Yeah. It'll be a character trope. Sorry, I already know these things, y'all. So it's just like, oh yeah, I already know this.
Yes, but it's only the two of us. I can't ask them.
I know.
It's not
It's a
Blue's
character trope,
Clues.
y'all. Yeah.
So
Can you
our
find the
next
character
one
trope? I'm sorry.
is the reluctant ruler.
Mm.
So an example of that would be Aragorn in Lord of the Rings. Now you've never seen Lord of the Rings. Shame on you for that. But somebody
You know, it's a shame. Anyway.
okay. Sure, ain't no shame in not seeing Lord of the Rings.
It's too long. I'll see it now, but like, I'll still want to see it. Like,
We sat in Babylon.
That's different.
No, it's not. That
That's
movie was
different.
awful.
No, I know it was awful. But like, there's multiple Lord of the Rings movies, and they're all really long. So that's what. Anyway, continue
And
with
we've seen
Aragon.
multiple 3-hour movies.
I know.
There's no excuse. There's no excuse. Okay, we just
I
saw
just
Wicked.
never.
Wicked was 3 hours. Okay,
It
like,
didn't feel like it. It didn't feel like it.
and Lord of the Rings don't feel like it either.
I believe you. I believe you.
Anyway,
It just I just
Aragorn
never.
in Lord of the Rings. I'm moving forward. Character trope. Final girl. Sydney in Scream would be. Wasn't that her name? Wasn't that Neve Campbell's character? Wasn't that her name, Sydney?
I don't know.
I think that was her name. I believe y'all gotta tell me. I haven't seen Scream in so long, but Neve Campbell's character was a final girl. Usually, the last person that gets to live in a horror movie is usually a female, right? And it's that trope is called the final girl.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I couldn't remember her name.
Yeah, it's fine. It was like
I haven't
came out
seen
in
that
like what the
movie.
90s. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I haven't seen that movie in years.
Not gonna lie, that was probably like a one and done for me anyway. I haven't
No, I've
seen.
seen that movie more than once, but I haven't seen that movie in years. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I actually didn't know the name of this trope until I looked it up because I thought it was something. It was called something completely different. So it's called Geek to Beauty, and
Isn't that just? I
the
just.
makeover. The makeover.
I thought. Yeah, I just thought it
I
was
thought
called
it
like
was
the
called.
makeover.
Yeah, but it's actually got a name that's Geek to Beauty. Yeah. Now this one is actually a movie trope.
Yep. Remember
And
y'all.
you see this one in like Princess Diaries and Miss Congeniality. And actually, it originates from Pygmalion. Did not know that.
Pygmalion?
Yes, the Greek play.
Oh. I don't know
Yes.
that. I don't know that about that.
But yeah. And they actually did the play Pygmalion in Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen.
Hmm. Did not know that. Well, I don't remember
Yes.
that.
Anyway. So yeah. Yes, Geek to Beauty. Also, Geek to Beauty, you'd also see that in like She's the not She's the Man. She's All That.
Yeah, pretty much any like rom-com movie where you see the pretty much the ugly duckling girl in the trailer, and then
Yeah.
you see the corny swift turnaround with the hair flip and like without glasses, and yeah, typical
13
rom-com
going on
trope.
30.
Yep, I was just about to say it. Yep.
Yeah. um the Meet Cute.
The
Now
meat cute.
a lot of people don't know that one, which is crazy because a lot of people who
MEET cute. Meat cute.
yes, which is more found in like rom-coms, romance movies, which is when a pair of people literally that is we mean this more literally meet
Meat.
have a have a interaction that is cute, like they actually, and it starts their relationship essentially, like Bridesmaids, the I forgot who directed that, but the Romeo plus Juliet movie, the one with Leonardo DiCaprio. Love that movie. Underrated. But like the Bridesmaids movie, have you ever seen Bridesmaids?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw that.
you know how what is her name? Kristen Wiig. Yes.
I was
You
about
know
to
how
say the
Kristen
skinny
Wiig.
white girl.
There's a lot
I'm
of
sorry.
them in that movie. That is
I know,
not a
but
good
the one,
descriptor.
okay, the one that was
Kristen
blonde with the
Wiig.
short
That's
hair.
Kristen Wiig. Yes, blonde.
Okay.
Yes, Kristen
Yeah.
Wiig. You know how she meets the Irish cop
The meat
when
cute,
she's
I'm
drunk.
assuming.
Yes, that's their meet cute. She's flirting with him while she's
Mm.
kind of like half drunk. She's doing the thing. She's like he starts to like her then when
Right.
she's yeah
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it in a
yeah
while, so that's why I'm only remembering bits and pieces in my head right now. But
yeah. She's
I
like
think I remember that.
yeah. She's like only sort of remembering it too. I know what it is. He's like he had to stop her because he thought that she was drunk, but she's like, "No, I'm fine. I'm fine." And he's making her like she's like walking the line or whatever. She's doing like a lot of like goofy
Mm.
stuff. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
She was like, "If I was drunk, could I do this?" And she's like kind of like half dancing and stuff like that is
Uh, meat cute.
yeah.
And remember, y'all, that's a movie trope, not a character trope.
Romeo and Juliet, that was like they met and they were at a party. They were like Juliet was dressed like an angel and Romeo was dressed like a knight, and they
Mhm.
were they both were on other sides of a it was a
The Room.
it was a not an aquarium but a fishing not a fish bowl but it's literally like a
Like a like a.
why did
I'm
the
trying to
word
think.
why did the word just
It has to do with
I'm
fish.
sorry y'all. Yes, not an aquarium. I just felt so stupid because now the word left me. I'm gonna move forward because y'all know
Yeah,
what I
fine.
mean. They had a fish tank. There it is. They met on either
Okay.
side of the fish tank. Damn.
Okay.
the the meet cute movie trope. Words are hard, yo.
um,
So next we have another character trait. We're gonna go with the manic pixie dream girl. This is one that you did not know about until we had this conversation before.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, you're going to have to remind me because you said Manic Pixie Girl. I'm like, what?
So an example, y'all, would be Ramona Flowers in Scott Pilgrim. And I hope y'all have seen Scott Pilgrim.
Oh
If you
yeah,
haven't seen Scott Pilgrim, y'all
yeah.
need to go out and watch that. Scott Pilgrim's a great movie.
It's
Oh my
really great,
gosh,
fantastic. It's fantastic.
it's a great movie. So the Manic Pixie Dream Girl would be this more idealized.
I did.
Boy, I can't talk today.
Red, yellow, yellow. Were you trying to say idealized or idealization?
Idealization.
Gotcha.
Idealization of a female that typically I won't even say that the male has, because anybody could have it, right? That
Yeah,
the main character has for this female, it's this character,
you sure?
typically a colored haired girl that enters the male's life. It's typically a male in the movie, but it doesn't
Yeah,
have to be, I guess. But is this extreme wild force. It changes his life in an extreme sense, right? They're usually this they typically mean medic in a literal sense, because like, well, I'll take down literal sense, because I mean more like
pretty much letting the girls taking the
the
guy out of
excitable.
his shell.
It,
Yeah,
yeah, I meant excitable, because if you've ever seen Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless, the Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Goodness, that is a long title. Um,
I don't know who did.
Clementine. You said what? Oh, who decided to name it that? Yeah,
Yeah,
Clementine.
I'm like, bro, what the
She
hell?
she takes Joel out of his, like you said. She completely takes Joel out of his shell. And another color hair girl.
Yeah.
like
So it's pretty. Just think of it. Yeah, just think of it, y'all, as like this. I don't mean this in the literal sense, so bear with me. This timid character, and then there's this like really exciting
yes.
character. Like oh yeah, pretty much think of it as an introvert and extrovert. And the extrovert
Mm-hmm.
is typically a person with colored hair, and it's pretty much a girl. Let's be honest. And they come in and bring that introvert out of their shell and making them pretty much like, oh yeah, there's a lot to do with this world. I'm leaning towards the extrovert life now, pretty much like that. And it's like the girl in Scott Pilgrim. That's an example of one. And if y'all haven't seen Scott Pilgrim, y'all should. It's a really great movie. I have to admit, I saw it like later than I should have because Gabby told me that it was great, and she was right.
And the animated series was great too.
Yes. Yep.
So now we have our coming of age story.
Gotta be
Coming of age story.
one of the most basic movie tropes in history.
Think about like Moonlight, Perks of Being a
Yeah,
Wallflower, stuff like that.
yeah.
Harry Potter.
I was just about to say Harry Potter, How to Train Your Dragon, like pretty much any main character who
Shoot, Star
struggles in the
Wars.
beginning. Star Wars, um, like pretty much any character
Princess
who,
Diaries.
yep, any character who, um, pretty much struggles in the beginning, like has a
They have to
bad
be young.
upbringing. They have to be young, and then they grow up, and then they reach their potential, even though they never knew they had this potential, and like, oh, if
They
they don't,
overcome adversity.
they overcome adversity and blah blah blah, and they become the, they have that main character aura to them. They reach to the top, and they're like the best versions of themselves. Coming of age story. One of the most, one of the basic tropes in movies. And remember, y'all, there's movie trope versus character trope. Character tropes are specifically for characters. Coming of age story is in movie tropes where it's the outline of the plot. Pretty much any action, no, not action movie. Would Spider-Man be one?
What, a coming of age story? Yes.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, technically, I would hone in more on Miles Morales.
Yeah, that's a better one. That's better.
Not that Peter Parker doesn't deserve his own coming of age story. It's just that Miles starts out younger.
Yeah.
Anywho, next we have our red herring,
Yes.
aka the misleading clue.
Mm-hmm. I like this.
Movies like Coco, Harry Potter, The Prisoner of Azkaban, Knives Out. Every Disney movie now is trying to have a red herring, honestly.
I'm about to say, I was like, Disney just
Like
be trying to milk this.
Disney likes to throw in the twist villains. Every twist villain is a red herring, basically.
Yep.
All the twist villains that Disney has been doing, though, that's the red herring.
Yep. That's all. That's all y'all need for as an example. Just modern Disney right now. You think that they're good, but then boom, it was you all along.
Yeah.
Yes, it was me.
Yeah, but basically, the red herring is a misleading clue. It's not just a twist villain. I don't want to confuse y'all. I don't want to confuse y'all. It's not just a twist villain. It is a misleading clue. So in Coco, when you were supposed to think that it was that what was his name? Miguel's dad was actually, his great great grandpa was actually Ernesto de la Cruz. The whole movie, you were sitting here thinking that was his great great grandpa, and then you actually find out that it was actually Hector.
Yep.
So the misleading crew was the guitar that whole time, because you're sitting here thinking that, oh my gosh, his great great grandpa was Ernesto de la Cruz. You sitting here thinking it's giving you all of these. It's leading you up to thinking, oh my gosh, his great great grandpa was Ernesto de la Cruz. Come to find out, oh my gosh, no, his great great grandpa is actually Hector.
Yeah. So so like she said, that's a perfect example. And twist villain is somebody you see with the character throughout it, and then they just switch up. They're two-faced. They just switch up on you. Versus misleading
it can
you
still
to
be a red herring, but it's just the villain is
twist
just
villain
changed.
Twist villain is like mannerisms of that, if that makes sense.
Because think about it, the twist villain and the Incredibles 2, what's her name?
I'm gonna just call her Veronica for now. She had a bobblehead.
Her name was Evelyn Dever.
Oh, it had a V in it.
Yeah, because it literally like spells out evil endeavor, which makes it obvious. It just kind of makes it obvious when you do that.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah,
they No, there was no twist villain in that movie. I'm sorry. Well, the twist kind of could have been that it was her brother, but they were, if I'm remembering that right, they were trying to make it seem like it was the brother.
Yeah, well, yeah. So she was trying to frame the brother like it was supposed to be him, but in actuality, it was her because she was the one that was behind the scenes and trying to like help out, but then she just switched up on them.
That was a bad example. Never mind. I should have used Zootopia. I should have used Zootopia, but that's
Now,
actually the same
yeah,
thing. Well, that's
yeah,
actually just the same thing.
yeah.
She tried to
But
frame him. She tried to frame the
the
lion,
thing,
but it was actually just her. That's the same
it
thing.
was, yeah,
That's literally the same thing.
yeah.
She was just behind the
So
scenes
like,
doing all the work. That's the same thing.
yeah. So like we said, like it's or like
Better
I said,
execution, but that's the same thing.
yeah. So like red herring is pretty much it has twist villain
But
mannerisms in it. Okay, go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry. But there was the scene where the lion comes in while they're over there recording everything. And he comes in and
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, we got all these missing mammals in here." And so he looks suspicious. And
Oh
that would
yeah.
make him the red
Yeah.
herring. There you go.
Right.
There's your red herring moment. There was
Yeah.
never really a moment where the brother in Incredibles 2 looked suspicious. That's what I
Yeah.
was
No,
trying to get at. The brother never looked suspicious in Incredibles 2. That's why it didn't really work. Whereas
hmm
in Zootopia, it worked a bit better.
Yep. Boy fixed.
All that to say, moving forward to the love triangle,
Great
which
example. We all know what love
movies love to
triangle
shoehorn
is,
this one in.
but like
You said you know
like
what?
I said, everybody knows what love triangle is, but I mean, if y'all don't know what a love triangle is, it's pretty much a girl, a
I'll
guy,
give
and
it,
another
yeah.
guy, or whatever, like,
Or
a,
or
or like,
or just
or
your pick of the litter.
two exactly. Honestly, like it really doesn't matter, but it's a love triangle, and great example of this is Twilight.
Twilight is on my list. Twilight, Challengers, and Bridget Jones's Diary are the three movies I picked.
Yeah. So with Bella, Edward, and fuck is it?
Jacob.
Jacob. I was about to say Jason. Jacob. Love triangle at its finest, where pretty much two guys are fighting over a girl, or there's like I don't know who to pick, and blah 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 blah.
And
Love triangle.
they love to Hollywood loves to shoehorn a love triangle in there. They love to shoehorn some romance into a movie, but they love to shoehorn I mean, uh, they love to shoehorn a love triangle in there.
Yeah.
That's what they did
Yeah.
with with the Hunger Games. It wasn't really a love. There wasn't
Yeah.
really ever a love triangle in that series, but they
Peter
really tried
Gang.
to market it as one.
Even though what's his name?
Gail
Gail was just a trash person and didn't have a chance because
wasn't a trash
for
person, but he was a. I
nah
mean, he wasn't a
nah
trash person at first, but he got there.
he would that was very that a very small window of good in that dude in that character.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Okay,
After the
well,
second book started, then it was like we started dwindling down. But I will say, but when the first book
okay,
started, like
okay,
I've read the
I'll,
book, so
okay,
I know the truth. I know how Gale started.
Okay, I'll give him some grace. I'll give him some grace for that.
I know where we started
Just a
and where
wee
we
bit.
he kept her family alive, so we got to give him that. You know, and he's also the reason why they died. So why she? Okay. we gotta we gotta know that, you know, that's the reason. So moving forward past the love triangle. Okay. So moving forward, to buddy cop
I
pairing,
was just about to
rush
say Rush Hour.
hour.
Yep,
Yeah,
Rush Hour. Um,
yeah. Rush hour is really the only one I have
I
for
got
that. Rush hour,
shoot.
but I mean, I feel like that one was kind of straightforward. I don't really feel like I need to
Yeah,
explain that buddy cop pairing. It's
Hitman's
kind of
Bodyguard. Like that's about it. I mean, if y'all don't, I mean, buddy cop movie. Pretty much the trope comes from like buddy cops back way when, like in what, like the 90s or 80s, and they started putting out a whole bunch of movies like that. It was literally about Beverly Hills.
Beverly
I was just
Hills
about to say
Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop. That's where, I don't know if that's where it started, but y'all know. Y'all know. Man,
Men
I
in
was about to say,
Black.
yep. How could we forget about that? Men in Black, time favorites.
Uh, Next would be Forbidden
Ah,
Love.
yes.
Titanic.
Yep. Gold standard of that.
Yeah, Titanic would definitely be that. Titanic. And Brokeback Mountain.
Sorry, but yeah.
Damn, why did
Because
you lie?
back in high school, people used to like have jokes about that, and just I'm just like, sorry, but yes,
Damn.
Brokeback Mountain, yes, that's one of them.
And these are movie
Not character
tropes.
tropes.
Forbidden Love, buddy cop pairing, love triangle, red herring, movie tropes. These are hinged on the
Yeah,
plot. All right, next, damsel
I
in
was just
distress.
yeah, true.
Lois Lane, Mary Jane.
Pretty much any superhero movie that has a girl in it, that or like the main character, the superhero's girl, damsel in distress.
Megara.
Yep, all them.
Character trope, of course. Next, this is a movie trope. Or is it? I might have gotten that wrong.
What is it?
Hero's journey.
Honestly, that could
Yeah.
be a tweener, depending on the character, because our hero's journey is like, it's kind of like a coming of age story, but at the same time it's set on a character, on
Of
the
a
actual hero. So like, what's
Yeah.
the difference between the hero's journey and coming of age, would you say? Because I think of hero's journey as,
Like the hero's journey, like think about like Bilbo's Baggins. It's like Bilbo Baggins. Like you're like like that like coming of age literally has to do with somebody actually aging through like their
yeah,
sorry. It's actually like closer to like Harry Potter, somebody actually aging through
right.
their journey, right? Like a hero's journey. It still could have been something closer to Harry Potter. That's still closer to, but
So I would kind of, so,
it would be closer to it would be closer to Bilbo Baggins or Frodo Baggins because it's more of like a
I was about to say it's
fantastical
like a
journey,
quest.
more of
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So okay, yeah. So that would be considered. Yeah, I'd say a movie trope because it's about like the journey, like
Yeah.
the quest of what the character's doing, and that's a part of the movie. That's
Yeah.
the that's
Yeah.
what the movie's about versus like it specifically being.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's not about
right.
like
So
that
yeah.
person.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Because I labeled it movie trope. I was
Yeah.
just like,
So that Pirates of the Caribbean maybe with Jack Sparrow.
that's
That would be considered one.
good. Yeah.
A hero's journey. Um,
Yeah. Like I said, The Hobbit. And you got like Bilbo Baggins. You got Frodo. You got Lord of the Rings. You got
mhm.
Frodo and
Yeah.
the Hobbits going on their
Hmm.
quest to Mordor. Ugh. So this is one that I've
Okay.
never heard of before as well. Well, I didn't know what it was actually. The villain's last stand, but it makes sense. Okay, so sorry, my mic is falling. Sorry, y'all. Hold on one second.
Villain's Last Stand.
So the villain's last stand is essentially after the villain loses basically everything, their whole army,
Okay.
everything. They make like one last ditch effort to try to take out the hero.
That's definitely like a niche trope. I haven't seen many of them.
So think about like Mulan. Homie lost his whole army
Yeah. Yeah.
and is
Yeah.
like it still
Yeah.
tries again. Think about
Yeah.
Lion King. Scar lost.
Hmm.
Scar lost already.
Yeah.
Homie still trying to fight. It's
Hmm.
something like it's like that. Some other examples I saw were like I think I saw uh I saw a few other examples.
Villain's Last Stand.
Yeah, yeah. That was definitely an interesting one.
Yeah. No. Never caught that.
Death of the mentor. So you have your mentor, right? Your mentor character, um, which I actually quoted down here, the wise old mentor. So you have your character trope, the wise
Hmm.
old mentor. You have your Yoda, your
Yeah.
Gandalf,
Uruguay.
your Dumbledore. Yeah,
Uruguay
your
from.
Oogway. Here you go. Your Dumbledores, your Oogways, your Mr.
Yeah, I was about to
Miyagi.
say. It's to me. Yeah.
Miyagi. That's not the Miyagi no
Yeah.
way.
No.
For those of you, for those of you that watch Cobra Kai. Oh my gosh. I'm haunted by that phrase. Anyway, the wise old mentor, and then you take it back to the death of the
Hmm.
mentor, your Obi-Wan
Yep.
Kenobi. Um um did I
Yeah.
say Yoda?
Hmm.
Yeah, Yoda. And the death of the mentor, which is a movie trope, and it's used to progress the the journey of the
Yep.
hero. You take that, your mentor dies, and then you're
Pretty
supposed to
much.
the mentor is supposed to help them
Pretty much
progress
taking the
further.
mantle. So the teacher
Yeah,
becomes. I mean, the student becomes the teacher, essentially.
yeah. Student becomes the teacher, or the student is no longer held back by you have like Dumbledore
Hmm.
dies. Spoiler alert, I guess. But Harry Potter's been out for a long time. You haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen
I
it
was about
yet.
to say. That's what I said, man.
Dumbledore dies, and Harry is forced to grow
Yep.
up. You have the younger characters where that person is forced
Hmm.
to grow up. You know, they have to they have to they have to assume this mantle of adult of more of like
Right.
adultness, and they have to they They have to assume this
Yeah.
this level because their mentor died. They have to assume this level of maturity because that person left them. There's no one left to guide them anymore. And the last character trait I have here is the sidekick. Think of you have your Watson, you have Samwise Gamgee from Lord of the Rings. I have a lot of Lord of the Rings quotes. Yes, I do like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Robin. Probably the most
Yes, you have your
famous
Robins.
sidekick, at least in my opinion.
Golly gee willikers, Batman. That might be the end of our list. Besides, the last movie trope we have is the Deus Ex Machina. Which is the sudden plot resolution, which is really difficult because a lot of people don't understand what Deus Ex Machina is.
That's a.
I don't even. It's a it's tricky. It's tricky because a lot of people don't use it
That's
right.
for damn sure.
And
when they don't do it right, they completely botch the movie. I'm sorry.
I mean most people don't understand what it is.
I was saying it.
Majority of people don't understand.
Because it's like it's like a, how do I explain? It's like a
it's a plot device that means there's a that. So I wrote down what it's officially supposed to be.
What's the official definition?
So it's a plot device. It's a so there's a okay. So it's a plot device that means that there's a big problem plot wise with a clear solution, and it's suddenly in an unexpected way, usually done for a happy ending. Did that make sense?
Yeah. So repeat it again for the people watching, but also I have to try and figure out a good example of that.
I wrote down examples.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I want to think of some too.
Okay. I just want y'all to make. We're making sure that we're getting clear on the whole plot device.
This is for a movie trope, y'all, not character. This is for a movie trope.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a big problem, plot wise, with a clear solution, and it's suddenly in an unexpected way handled. Essentially, it's suddenly in an unexpected way, like handled, taken care of. Usually done for a happy ending.
Okay. Yeah. And this movie trope is called what?
Deus Ex Machina.
Okay.
So many people don't know what it means or how to use it because it's usually used incorrectly. When people use it on purpose, they do it incorrectly. And it's been done so long incorrectly that you do so that cycle it continues. But like an example of it is the incinerator scene in Toy Story. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm saying that the incinerator scene in Toy Story.
Yeah. Well, pretty much all hope is lost.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
And then
they come back.
The class.
Yeah.
The class. It's like I didn't want them to die. I'm not complaining, but the class. It's like okay.
Yeah.
The class.
So yeah, y'all. This is a like. Sorry.
Oh, I had one more example.
What's another one?
My other example is the ending fight scene in Twilight Breaking Dawn 2. Because some of you may know this if you're Twilight fans, and some of you may not know this if you did not give a crap. There's an ending in the last 30 minutes of the last Twilight movie. There is a fight scene, and half of them, some of our our favorite characters get KO'd. Dang, Carlisle gone. Some other people, Esme gone. Some other people, I don't remember who else. Some of the other werewolves gone. It's sad, you feel like there's actual stakes though. Dang, some of our favorite characters that we've been with for all 5 movies are actually gone. Oh
Yeah.
man. And then you find out it was all just a vision that Alice had, and she's telling Aro about it because Aro dies at the end of this fight. And then the vision ends, and she's like, "Yeah, and this is gonna be your future if you don't actually stop threatening us." But lo and behold, this actually doesn't actually happen in the book. They just wrote this in so there would actually it would actually be more entertaining.
Hmm.
Because in the book, yeah, in the book, she just walks up and they have a conversation, and then he's like, "Okay, you can go." Yeah, I told you, Stephanie right. Stephanie Meyer is not a good writer. I currently just I finished Twilight last week. It's not a good book. It was
Yeah.
torture reading that. And my point is, they did the usually done for a happy ending. They weren't playing
Yeah.
about that part because the stakes. They rose
Mm,
the stakes so that happy ending would have a higher impact.
yeah.
Was my point.
I'm just looking at another one. I just looked it up. Somebody said this is from Reddit, so don't shoot the messenger. And you can disagree if you want, but it's if y'all haven't seen the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, the original one, not all the
Oh, I saw that one.
yeah,
I saw that one on Reddit. I saw that
yeah,
one. The
exactly,
David
yeah,
Hasselhoff thing.
yeah,
Yeah, I saw
yeah,
that on Reddit. It hurt my feelings a little
yeah.
bit, but yeah,
Like
I saw it.
if we're not talking about these new SpongeBob movies, and you
I've never
and
seen
y'all
any of
shouldn't.
them.
I don't care. I don't care what they say. Don't watch. The only SpongeBob movie you need to watch is the one that came out in I don't know when, but I know it came out in the early 2000s.
Wash your man, take me by the hand.
But yeah, but
Anyway,
like
we're not talking about that.
SpongeBob and this, if y'all haven't seen the OG SpongeBob SquarePants movie, David came out in
That came
theaters.
out in the theaters.
SpongeBob, spoiler alert, SpongeBob and Patrick were Goofy Cooper, yeah. Everybody and their mama were well, at least every kid was thinking SpongeBob and Patrick are literally about to delete. They about to go up into Bikini Bottom heaven until David Hasselhoff pretty much saves the day, just like the claw in the incinerator scene in Toy Story 3. So this type of trope, this type of trope is still all is
The all
lost,
is
all hope
lost.
is lost. Would you? I was thinking,
I
it's
think
no,
that
it is
is a
no,
trope.
it is a trope.
I think
I
that
was
is a
thinking
trope.
about another example. Would um the the portal scene in Endgame, would that be considered one? I don't
Mm,
know.
I would
I'm not
have to
sure
look. I would have to
because
look. I'm not
Captain
quite
America was
sure.
about to just go toe to toe with that war, and we already knew it. Yeah, he was about to get mollywopped. But besides that, SpongeBob and what Gabby said, it's more so of a niche movie trope. It's hard when you execute it. When you execute it well, perfect. But a lot of people get the meanings mixed up because people think of like, oh, coming of age story, like all hope is lost. So yeah, now the character comes out. No, it's a plot device, unexpected. So yeah, niche, still a movie trope though.
It's the other one I saw on Reddit was somebody mentioning the Wizard of Oz, how Dorothy can
Oh
all of a sudden
yeah.
go home. But that's one that people constantly argue
Mm-hmm.
about, whether or not that's people are constantly arguing about Wizard of Oz and the logistics of that movie. So I
Yeah,
don't really want to get into that.
but yeah.
I don't want nobody popping in the comments talking about it's me.
Y'all haven't seen Wicked, it's a great movie. Y'all should watch it. But yeah.
I feel like that's it. That's it. That's all I've got. That's all I've got. I wrote a lot down, so yeah, I tried hard.
Yeah. I don't think I have any. I got some good examples, but we hope y'all enjoyed. Hope these y'all film.
We've got some good stuff coming up for you guys. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
So sorry. I was just gonna say that we've got some good stuff coming up for you guys in the upcoming weeks. And definitely, if you're a Twilight fan, stay, just stay ready, cause man, don't be mad when I tear into the book.
First or second, whatever. If y'all get mad at her for going in on the books, y'all have no concept of. Y'all should have no opinion on film, TV, or book literature. Just anything that involves anything written. Y'all should not be having any types of opinions about. Because Twilight is trash. I'm sorry, it is garbage. Trash. I want to say a lot of more expletive things, but I can't because YouTube. But I'm sorry.
That's enough.
But
thank you. Yeah, just like y'all know now, the book was bad. Yeah, so I'll probably do a small the video on comparing the adaptation. I don't know if that'll be next, but that'll be
in the coming episodes.
Coming up soon. Yeah. We'll probably have a couple more videos coming out pretty soon. So we love y'all. Yeah. We love y'all. Thank you. And ring that bell. Keep coming back. Thank you.
Hopefully y'all enjoyed today's episode. For all y'all film fanatics, we hope we did y'all justice. We're also film fanatics as well, so we hope y'all enjoyed. For y'all that just tuned in, y'all have no idea what we're talking about. We hope we explained these different types of tropes to y'all eloquently, and hopefully you can tell your friends about the new stuff you learned today. But like Gabby said, please ring that bell notification so that way you'll get updates of when we upload. All of our social media links are going to be in the description box below. Please comment, like, subscribe. Really do appreciate it.
Also, if you want us to watch any movies or talk about any movies, put that in the comments too.
Yeah.
If there's something you want us to talk about, put that in the comments.
Tell us what you think, honestly.
Don't be afraid to talk, put something in the comments that you want us to talk about. We can talk about anything. I have been spending all weekend, all earlier this week, just watching a bunch of movies, watching a bunch of stuff, just to find stuff for us to talk about. That's all I've been doing. My brain is overwhelmed with content.
Exactly. So let us
just put it in the comments,
know.
Y'all.
And also follow us on Instagram and leave some comments down there too. Tell us what y'all want us to react to or just talk about in general. But yeah, man. Hope y'all enjoyed. We'll see y'all later. Peace.